If you find yourself running around putting out fires all day, but you don't feel like you're doing work that has a high impact, or if you have long-term goals, but no time or energy to make progress on them, or even having a hard time delegating and saying no, if you're facing any of the above challenges, the Eisenhower Matrix might be the answer for you. Named after Dwight D. Eisenhower, a 5-star general during World War II, Supreme Allied Commander of the NATO forces, and 34th President of the United States, he accomplished several major milestones, such as the construction of the interstate highway system, creation of NASA, ending the Korean War, including Alaska and Hawaii into the US, and preventing Cold War with Russia from becoming hot. So what was his secret sauce? He understood the fundamental difference between urgent and important. In a 1954 speech, Eisenhower quoted someone saying, "I have two kinds of problems, the urgent and important. The urgent are not important and the important are never urgent." 30 years later, Stephen Covey shared the concept of the Eisenhower Matrix in his best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The goal of this simple tool is to prioritize tasks. This Eisenhower Matrix is also known as the Time Management Matrix, Eisenhower Box, the Eisenhower Method, and the Urgent Important Matrix. This particular matrix is taught in a lot of time management trainings. The way it works is that it helps you visualize all of your tasks in a matrix of urgency versus importance. So all of your day-to-day tasks and bigger projects will fall into one of these 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1 will be urgent and important tasks, projects that have to be completed immediately. Quadrant 2 is non-urgent but important tasks, projects that should be scheduled on your calendar. Quadrant 3 is for urgent but unimportant tasks. So these tasks should be delegated to someone else. And Quadrant 4 is not urgent and not important, which means tasks and projects that you should not be doing. So let's zoom in a bit. So you should be doing all the tasks in Quadrant 1 because these are items that are both urgent and important, and therefore they demand action right away. You cannot ignore them. And typically the items in this quadrant include crises and issues with deadlines. The example that Stephen Covey shared in his book was there might be a fire in your kitchen. Other examples can be a certain audit, quality issue, for example, a product recall, a breakdown in the system, etc. For Quadrant 2, you need to decide on when to deal with the tasks. Quadrant 2 tasks are essential issues, but they're not urgent, and therefore they don't require your immediate action. But you should carve out the time to work on these tasks as soon as you get some space from your Quadrant 1 tasks. The tasks in Quadrant 3 should be delegated because these are urgent items that pop up and demand immediate attention, but because they're not necessary, they don't necessarily require your time, and you can therefore assign them to someone else. Examples of these items could be a request for help from a colleague or an email marked urgent. Quadrant 4, you should delete the items in Quadrant 4 because these items are neither important nor urgent, so you can, in most cases, just remove them from your list. Quadrant 4 activities include scrolling through Facebook, checking Twitter, or playing games. These tasks are okay if you have time or need a break from the more important or more urgent items. They should not replace your priorities. So how do you use the Eisenhower Matrix? When you're writing down the tasks in your to-do list, assign P1, P2, P3, and P4 to them for Quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4 respectively. Then tackle P1 activities as soon as possible, followed by P2 activities. Online, there are a lot of templates available for different apps like Notion. You can also develop your own template in Excel. Let me know if you've used the Eisenhower Matrix before. I upload new videos every day, so subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you tomorrow.